It is the most magical and amazing time of the year, but Leah, for some, it can be a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, the holiday season, we talk a lot about that situational awareness when you're kind of navigating your day-to-day. Now would probably be a good time to revisit some of that.
Definitely, because look, you probably have cash on you more. You definitely have your wallet on you. You're shopping for some expensive gifts.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, unfortunately, it could make you a target. But the good news is there are ways to hopefully avoid that. We, of course, are not experts.
No.
We brought in the experts, Chris and Ted with Seaside Krav Maga in Lewis. Thank you both so much for being here.
Great. Thanks for having us again.
Yeah,
it's good to be
thank
here.
you.
Of course.
Good to see you guys.
Yes, you too. So we love, of course, going in and learning these self-defense tips, but you're really trying to help us be proactive this time of year and avoid getting your Christmas gifts stolen, you know, getting your wallet taken. So when you guys think safety around this time of year, what do you guys think first? What do you want people to know?
Sure. Well, this time of the year, as you mentioned in the intro, it's a busy time of the year. People distracted, buying presents, and they're maybe rushing to get to parties and from store to store, things like that. So it's easy to be distracted and forget about perhaps maybe locking your vehicle, maybe taking your presents and gifts instead of putting them in the front seat, in the back seat where they're not easily seen. Or perhaps in the trunk if you have a car that's that has a trunk. So yeah, there's some simple things that that you could do to be safe, and but basically try to avoid being distracted and have a little plan before you head out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think about what could happen. Not that it will, but what could. As Ted said, put your stuff in the car quickly, look around before you unlock the trunk and stick your head in. And you talked about expensive gifts and cash. Give it up versus your life.
Yeah.
Is it worth getting injured or killed for?
Yeah.
The other thing is if you come out of a store with a shopping cart, it's a tool. It gives you space and time. Use it to push somebody away. Leave the gifts with them and go to safety. But hopefully ahead of time, figure out you guys are going to walk out together, then drive one to the other car. You're not going to separate. You park where there's light so that when it gets dark, you're not at the end of the parking lot because it was the only space available. Maybe you drive around a little bit before you park.
Yeah, that's a great tip. One that you guys shared with us early on, I think, when we started doing stuff with you. And that's one I've taken with me, especially as it's starting to get dark earlier. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even going to chance it.
Yeah, they're all things you can do. Have a flashlight. If you've got a flashlight and you're using it, you become more of a hard target. A predator doesn't want to get hurt, doesn't want to get caught, doesn't want to get seen. Make yourself a hard target. Be looking around, be aware. Situational awareness, because we don't want to get into it. If it doesn't feel right, honor that. Don't go there.
Yeah, you want to keep your head up. You want to be vigilant. You want to be proactive. If you feel like something's wrong with the situation, or you see some people standing around milling about, or it just doesn't feel right, listen to your gut feeling and get out of there. You can go back into the store, ask for a security escort to your vehicle or an employee to help you come out to your vehicle. And if you go shopping, try not to go in the evening, late, early morning hours and late evening are typically when things happen. And try to go with friends. It's a fun time, so go with friends. More people involved versus one-on-one, you're better off. There's safety in numbers, we always say.
True, and I think it's hard because this time of year, everybody wants to be extra giving, extra trusting, and I think it is another important thing to keep that just sort of situational awareness in mind and trusting the gut if it doesn't feel right.
Have you guys noticed that when something like that happens, if someone's taking your purse or your gifts or a package off your porch, is it people's kind of first reaction to, no, give it back and pull back?
Yeah, I think that's a knee-jerk reaction. But you know what? Again, let it go. You see somebody going into your car, do you want to rush in and deal with it on the level it could escalate to?
Right.
I don't. Let it go. Go in the car, I'll go call somebody.
So the good news for people then too is if you're worried about this at all, you guys have specials and deals and you can actually gift safety for people this year. Tell us about that.
Right now we're running a special for the holidays, 5 private lessons. So if you're a little nervous about coming into a class with a bunch of people, you can come and be with either Ted or I for an hour, 5 times we're running that special. You know, look at it. It's a way to get in. You may decide you don't want to stay any longer, but you'll have tools.
That's a great gift. I would love to get that kind of gift.
Really great gift. And before we let you go as well, on a lighthearted note, because it is the holiday season, we want to know what your favorite Christmas cookies are.
I know, it's a hard one.
It's a tough one.
All of them, but raisin oatmeal.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
okay.
Good one.
I like those too.
Yeah.
Sugar cookies are probably my my kryptonite. Those are my weakness.
They're classic.
Yeah.
They're too good. Those are both great answers. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And also just tips on how to keep us safe. It's very helpful this season.
Well, we love coming here. I just want to say, if people come to the Seaside Krav Maga Facebook page, we'll put some links for other tips that you can go to. National Safety Council. There are some places that you can find out about other things.
Great resource.
Definitely. Thank you guys. Well, thank you for keeping us safe and for what you do with us every single week. And thank you guys for tuning in. We have some more Coast Life to get to, so we'll be right back.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Seaside Krav Maga.